Everybody, let's have a look at the euro dollar and the big potential it offers on the higher time frames. Well, not only that, but we will look as well at opportunities on the lower time frames. Well, you might remember we had this important event, the US presidential elections on November the 6th. So when Trump was when Trump came out, we saw a big move in the euro dollar. Where did it go to? It went towards dollar strength. We've got a big day of dollar strength. If price goes down on the euro dollar chart, well, that means the dollar gets stronger. Well, that has something to say. At this point of time, we have been at this level here. Well, we always want to put things into context. Let's have a look at the weekly chart. Where have we been? Well, we've been here, basically more or less at the middle of the range, at important price action, a balance point. Now, when the result came out, we swiftly moved lower. And not only that, well, we moved to the lower range, to the lower part of the range, and not only that, we actually broke the range outside. Even more important, we broke the range even on the monthly chart. We've got monthly bar closes. So clearly, we are outside of the range now. This is an important event, and that was triggered by the Trump election. And that means that we should see more dollar strength. So prices going down for at least the next 2 years. Well, what do we have here? Well, we've got a big bullish bar. What is that? Well, that is just testing. The lower part was resistance of the overall way down. It has been broken. Well, now it has become support, and price is just testing the support level, right? I mean, by the way, these lines, we have drawn them before price came in to develop like that. It has basically done exactly that. First, it bounced off the big number here. We see a small green bar color change. Then it dropped to the lower range. We see a bounce on that range, right? On that range level, and then it breaks lower, and then it tests it again. So we actually see more to come here. Let's just have a look at this long-term possibility before we look at this trade on a lower time frame. Well, let's zoom out, see more. Let's see more bars here coming in. So what we see here. What we see here is, well, the last low from 2022. Well, it's beyond the par level, right? That's a very important psychological level, the one with 4 zeros, a very big number. Well, that number, that acts as a magnet. So price now, as it has dropped out of this range, now it is drawn, attracted towards this par level. And not only, well, these magnets act as a pull to, and then a push through the level. So we expect not only it gets there, but it breaks through it. That's the stop run level, and then it should actually develop momentum. Well, momentum towards the last low right here. That's another stop run level that acts as well as a magnet. So we could actually see here what we might get. We might get another month of a small range bar here, but sooner or later we're actually going to see that this is starting to run. This Trump bar, and I already made a video on that, and I'll link it further below. This has meaning, and it is currently playing out. We have time, right? Just gives us the long-term perspective where the euro dollar is going. Well, let's have a look. What is it? The long-term perspective? Well, if this stop run level breaks, then we should move towards the 08 level. That's a big drop. That's more than 20%. And so the dollar should strengthen. Well, that will bring a lot of emerging countries into trouble because they have your debts in US dollar, and they have to repay their interests and pay back the debt in US dollar. That gets stronger. So we might see the sovereign debt crisis actually start or accelerate at that point in time. So let's just zoom out. So this is the move we're expecting. So the dollar tried several times to go lower, right? Well, it was not possible, not possible, not possible. That was a try to go lower. It did not produce a stop run move, so the energy is still in there. Now we've got a pullback, was in a tight range, and with the Trump election, we are breaking out of the range, and that opens this time window, right? This perspective to much lower euro dollar prices, dollar strength. Should this level break, we should see a stop run move. And stop run moves typically, well, they go towards the 08 level, in between the 09 and 08 level minimum. That's a huge move, and that will have impact on the economy. So we know now, okay, long term, that's basically our long term direction. of the euro dollar. Well, if we find trades on lower time frames that go into that direction, well, it gives us immediately swing potential. Meaning, for example, this one is an S2 pattern. You see this momentum move and a consolidation with we had a tight entry opportunity. Well, I had to follow the exit algorithm, so that got stopped out. That's a break-even trade, but the opportunity was there. On one time frame higher, the 60-minute, the opportunity was to get price moving swiftly towards the 200, a simple moving average that acts as a magnet as well. We can see here how price reacts towards this level, right? Something like this we're basically looking for. Well, we got stopped out before, never mind, it still was a great trade, right? It was a low risk idea with a game plan nicely executed on a tight stop. So these are the opportunities. If you have got the chance to get into a trade with a tight stop on a 15-minute chart, and you can write the monthly chart down to the 08 level, and we have an exit algorithm that allows us to produce a swing trade out of a day trade. If you can do that, well, that's obviously a very big multiple, a big profit. So this is it. This is about the euro dollar and the opportunity it offers long term, and how you can capitalize on. If you know about this long term direction, well, you can capitalize on it, and you can trade the markets with much more conviction and a good mental state. So this is it. Stay in touch.